Hello. Waiting for my computer to hurry up and match up with, there we go. Okay. Nobody's on live right now, but that's totally fine. You can watch this in a little bit after and watch the replay. Tonight, a little bit what I wanted to discuss and what I talked about when I posted in our group. First of all, welcome to Essential Perspectives. And if you're new to the channel, we just welcome everybody and come on in and learn. Feel free to use the chat if you'd like. And so my parents got strep. And this is kind of why I wanted to talk about the importance. Sorry, this light is like flickering. I wanted to talk about the importance of why we need our reference material. And so they got strep and they went to the doctor, and the doctor was just telling them, stay away from the ER unless it's an emergency, stay away from the pharmacies, stay away from all these places where typically, because it's bad right now. And a few nights ago, I listened to a live, I listened to the replay because the live shows at like 1 a.m. Hey, Rachel. But I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers who does a lot of current events and news, and it's not really monitored or like basically telling the truth versus what you would get if you watched the boob tube news. But so he had a lady call in, and she is a nurse in California, and she was talking about how they wanted to get a message out. The CDC hasn't really put anything out yet, but how they've been having lots, of course we know about the immigrant caravan and those things, but basically there are a lot of sick people that are coming over. And her point was they're seeing an influx of these, things like antibiotic resistant tuberculosis and measles and things like that are coming over. And these people are unfortunately really sick. And so it really got me thinking about how much our reference material is just really gold, and how we really need to have at least 1 or 2 hard copies of it. Because I'll tell you one thing about my favorite is the 3rd edition is my favorite. And it's just because it's a little bit older, and we know that there's been a lot of things that have been taken out or removed due to compliance. So even if you found, and anyway, going back to what that nurse said, she again was iterating the fact, stay out of the hospitals, unless you're dying, like don't go because of how bad it is. And so I periodically read through the references just because they're so informational. But even if you did get something, even if you were to Google it and get online and try to find it, chances are you're not going to find the real good information that's potentially going to, life-saving information, because they've taken it all off the internet. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew how important it is. And then even, I love our Facebook groups. I really, really do. I love them. And I'm glad we've kind of started a community that's larger. But a lot of us are going off of things that we have personally used and have seen experience that has been helpful. But when you have the desk reference and you can go and look up tried and true specific blends, uses, all of it. It really makes a world of difference when you're struggling with something. Hello. I can't read the name on there. Okay. Hey, girls. When you're struggling with something that is a little bit potentially more difficult than like a stuffy nose. So again, I like the 3rd edition. I have the 5th edition as well, which I use it a ton. It's got a lot of great protocols. Like I personally do get a lot of private messages. Let's just face it, people are not feeling well. We've got a lot of even personal relationships and family members that may be struggling with really intense, difficult situations and regarding their health. And so when you have, specific protocols that have been written up for these specific areas that can help support, it really does make a world of difference rather than if you're trying to get some sleep support or a little bit of, support for your headache or something. Yeah, the 4th edition is great too. So just, that's all really I wanted to touch on tonight, was just the importance of your reference material. Because if it gets to a point where we're all trying to stay out of, I don't really go to the doctor a lot because we just don't need to. And, the ER, we've gone a couple of times, but it's been for like something that's needed, stitches or something like that. But I don't know. It's just something to think about, because if we have all these people that are now coming to the U.S. That are unfortunately not feeling great, then we need to just be aware of that and make sure that we utilize the tools that we have. And that was my main topic for tonight. Rachel, I love the 3rd edition. The pocket reference is great. It even has stuff in there too. I'm just saying there's things that we, for compliance, we don't put on social media, that are in these books that are extremely helpful, in some intense, everyday uses and more difficult ones like respiratory support and things like that. So, where was that one section? I was going to bring up, oh shoot, I should have put a bookmarker in here and I didn't. Okay, so one thing, I'll just show it up here. I don't know if, about the 3rd edition, it will have these specific areas, like you'll look up something, but then it'll have a specific blocked out area that is protocols. So you'll see things that you'd want to use for that specific topic, but then it also has suggested protocols, and then different ways to use the oils too. So everybody needs one. If you don't have one, get one. Rachel, I think I did get this one on Amazon, the 3rd edition, but I think I can't remember, but I do usually get all my things from Life Science Publishing. But Amazon is good too. Just depends if I have something in my Amazon cart. All right, ladies. Well, you all have a great night. And if this is your first time watching, I'm super excited because my son has been working. He has a YouTube channel also, and he's worked on a little intro for my show that I can go back and do on the old shows that I've already recorded and then have an intro. I'm super excited about it. It's fun. And if you are new to Young Living and or you haven't gotten started yet with Young Living and somebody sent you here, please go back and find them and talk to them and let them know that you want to get started. Or if you're just finding the channel, then I would be more than happy to support you. And make sure you guys click the thumbs up on the like button and subscribe so that you know whenever I go live. And you all have an amazing night. Oh, wait, hold on. Rachel's got another question. I have other references that we've talked about before, like the emotional motion books, but typically this is my main one that I use pretty much all the time. I have others, but this is where I go if I want to find something that I'm going to do. Although I had the 5th edition first for a really long time, so it works great, but this is just my personal favorite. All right, ladies, I'm going to let you go. Have a good night, and we'll see you next Monday.